Hey y'all, welcome to Spirit Mail. I'm Cheryl and this is Daily Mail episode 58. I just wanted to check in. It's been a really busy day. My neighbor lost her daughter yesterday, so it's been a busy day and I've been out all day. But I wanted to get back here tonight for a Daily Mail episode and be able to say, y'all, we can allow fear to build up in us to the point that it literally paralyzes us. Today I was thinking about, and I think I've talked about fear already, but I was thinking about the Eight of Swords card. We call that the false imprisonment or the self-imprisonment card, where we keep ourselves captive. And it's our thoughts and our fears. And another thing I've talked about is sometimes fear is the things that we think about that aren't even true. Like we make stuff up in our mind, and a lot of times we're worried about what other people are going to think, and likely those people that we're worried about aren't even thinking about us, so we're worried about what they're going to think about. So whenever I did the coming out of the closet spiritual thing, coming out of the spiritual closet, if anybody had a negative thought or an ugly thought, nobody said anything. There wasn't a whole lot of reaction from my community. So I don't know if they're just sitting in the background, but this is what I really think. The world's revolving and their worlds are not revolving around me. So there's a lot of other stuff going on. So this Eight of Swords, and I'm going to find it, card, I feel like it's just really played a big part in me hiding myself from my community for a very long time. Here I am, worried about what people are going to think, and I had myself all bundled up and bunched up, and you know what, I'm sure that as time goes, somebody's going to say something, because nobody no one person can please everybody, and everybody has their own different opinions. But my point is, this is another real-time live example of when we're on this journey, the things that we can make up in our heads. Again, if people are saying anything outside of what was put on my Facebook page, I don't know. I'm not even going to go there, because again, my mom used to say, Cheryl, the world doesn't revolve around you. So, and again, I said something a while back about, in one of my videos, about sometimes we allow our thoughts to just really let so much fear be inside of us that it paralyzes us and it keeps us from moving forward in our journey. And that's exactly what I did. Basically, I'm like, this is confession time. That's exactly what I did, because what has happened, no big deal, really, no big deal. And so just wanted you guys to know I'm okay. A couple people said, hey, we just want to check in and make sure you're okay. I am okay. There's been a lot of other stuff happening. So right now we're going to do a really quick PS. This is going to be like probably one of the shortest daily mails I've ever done. But anyway, so yeah, it was a non-event. I mean, not much happened at all. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you so much for daily mail, and I thank you for the Spirit Mail community. Please show us clearly, what is your PS? What would you like to say in this quick check-in to let people know that it was a non-event or whatever? What do you want to add to that? We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. P.S. So, okay, so let's pretend like these cups, because the cups represent emotions, right? Sometimes the things that we have to leave behind, because we talk about leaving behind those things that no longer serve us. And a lot of times when we talk about that, we're really thinking about people, who don't agree with us or who put us down, or we talk about jobs that no longer work for us or whatever. But what about us, y'all, and our own self-sabotaging thoughts? I'm telling you, I was in so much fear. If any of you out there are empaths and you saw my coming out of the spiritual closet daily mail video, you could tell how scared I was scared. I was scared, but I was feeling very driven that I really needed to do it, but I was very scared. So sometimes we have to leave those fears behind. We allow our own emotions to hold us captive, and our thoughts and our emotions. And here's the Nine of Pentacles, and I feel like what basically God, Creator, Spirit, whatever anybody wants to call him, is saying is that, you know, whenever we can leave behind our own self-sabotaging thoughts or anything that doesn't serve us anymore, we truly can walk in independence. It's a new kind of freedom. And I know this is Pentacles, so it's about you know, money, wealth, but it's about any kind of abundance, really. An abundance of freedom, an abundance of love, self-love, all that stuff. It's an abundance of all that good stuff. And so whenever we can take that blindfold off and untie ourselves, leave behind those emotional things that are keeping us bound, we can walk in freedom. I feel like Spirit's saying this definitely was something that they were pushing me to do, because guess what? How many times do I read these messages and we talk about that? And whenever Miss Maxine was on here doing the astrology interview, she talked about that. She said the readings that we do for people are really for us, because we attract the same kind of people that we are. So whenever I'm talking to you about leaving behind those things that no longer serve you and not letting thoughts take you captive, guess what? I'm also talking to me. And that was evident in that little step that Spirit was nudging me to take. And it was them indeed nudging me to take that step. So that is it for Daily Mail tonight, guys. Again, it's been a busy day, and I just wanted to jump on real quick because I don't want you guys worrying that I've had a meltdown or anything like that, or that something bad has happened. Something bad did happen. My neighbor lost her daughter, and our community's real small, so I mean, any loss is a big loss. And we found out about another one this morning, but anyway. I love you guys so very, very much. And, yeah, don't let those thoughts take you captive. Don't let fear cripple you, because all of that buildup I had, all of that buildup and worry I had, and after I finished recording it, I kind of waited and thought about it before I finally pushed the upload. Then I pushed the upload and thought about it a little while longer, and then I finally pressed post. And after I pressed post, I immediately felt a release. Of course, there was still that worry, and I would go back and check to see what people were saying on that post on Facebook. Anyway, so if you didn't watch the Coming Out of My Spiritual Closet video, you're probably lost right now, except that no matter what you're going through, if you have fear, I think it was Mark Twain who said that 99% of the things that we worry about never happen. So if you have fear holding you captive, move forward in spite of it, because mostly, more than likely, it's your own thoughts. It's our own thoughts that grip us in that fear that paralyzes us. So release your fear. I love you so much, and I will be seeing y'all tomorrow. Go out and have a super duper day. Bye.